All right, all right, all right. What's good, everybody? Um, I'm just hopping on. This is completely impromptu. I thought I would just do something different again, just trying to stretch myself. I got, I got YouTube, I got Instagram. I'm just jumping out here. I'm going live, and as we go into the new year, I wanted to put something on here for everybody. But number one, congratulations. We made it. 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 2020. We made it. Congratulations. I don't care what you have not done or what didn't happen. We made it. We are in 2021. I mean, some of us who believe that the sunset starts the next day, my Adventist brothers and sisters, we made it. We are alive, and we made it a year through a pandemic. That's what we did. And not many people, and sadly, some of our friends and family have ended up contracting the virus. Some of them have passed away from it. Um, it's been one of the hardest. And I think one thing about something like what we're going through as a planet, it's so hard to say something like that, but it's important that we do an audit, a personal audit of this year, in an introspective one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cannot let this year go by and just let it go by and just like waiting for the vaccine to start working and everybody can take their mask off, everybody can go back to work. We can't let this year just go by without doing an audit. And so what I wanted to do, and I got a blog, I'm going to post it out for everybody. But basically, three things: what we need to leave here in 2020, some of us wait till midnight, but it's all good, whichever way you kind of carry it, and what we need to start and or continue doing in 2021. Okay, so I got three things for each, and man, I just wanted to come on and really, we need to do a personal audit and a family audit. Some things that when you do an audit, you see where the holes are, right? You see what was overspent, what was underspent, the money, this and this and that. And it's important that we take the time to assess what has happened and what we want to happen moving forward. This is I can't think of anything more important to do than to do a personal audit. So number one, I'm just going to read from my blog here. Number one, three things that we cannot take with us going into 2021. I mean, we got to end it. We got to cut it. We got to sever it. Leave it here in 2020. And then we're going to talk about what we need to take and or continue or to start in 2021. Number one, overworking. We cannot take overworking into 2021. We cannot do it. This pandemic has proven for the big majority of us, and God bless, and prayers to you all that have lost your jobs, that have been furloughed, that all these different things that you've had to make a tremendous shift and a tremendous turn financially, right? But we cannot overwork. And I get it. I get it. We got to work. We got to take care of the bills. Understood. But there are resources available for those of us that are struggling, that need, I can't stand politics, but just that's why we got to pray for our leadership and just pray that and then again, vote. We see people that are complaining now, and if you didn't vote, I can't hear you. I can't. I can't. I don't know what you're saying to me. Okay. Um, we have to cease overworking. Now, see, this is the challenge. I believe a lot of us say we're overworking, but we really not. When we at work, we really kind of doing half work. We're not really putting 100% effort. And then now I'm talking about my introverts, those of us that have been around some other webinars. My target audience for everything I'm talking about, as far as my book, Kindness Defined, and moving forward with this platform, is those of us who are introverts, those of us who struggle with saying no, but at the same time appreciate and are working to apply spiritual principles to our lives, right? That's who my target audience is. So if you fall onto one of those, or you might be you consider yourself too nice. Bottom line is that when we overwork, a lot of times we feel guilty, but because we haven't really been diligent with that 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 time frame and really knocked it out and killed it and just been focused and working with integrity, doing what we're supposed to do during that time frame, then we got to stay later. See, when we stay later, that takes away for what we need to do personally, taking away from our family, our spouse, those of us that are looking forward to spending time with us and interacting with us. We take it away because we're not being diligent at work, that we feel guilty. See how we then all of a sudden we got to stay later? No, we got to leave that in 2020. The challenge is work like it's the last day for you to accomplish whatever you got to do. Kill it at work. Work at work. I mean, that I'm gonna say that, but I want to make. I hope that I don't have that doesn't apply to too many of us. But we have to work while we're at work. What's up, Cole? I see you. We got to work while we work, so we cannot overwork ourselves in 2021. One of my say Cole remembers back in the day we used to watch this show called DuckTales, and Scrooge McDuck was the uncle, and he had nephews or whatever, and he would say, and that always resonated with me. He said we need to work smart and not hard. I got to put that on my wall back here. Work smart, not hard. The days of working hard after this pandemic are over. Hear what I'm telling you. We must work smarter than we ever worked before, ever. And we have to leave here in 2020, in the few minutes and hours we have left here, leave overworking right here. Leave it. Leave it. Say, you know what? I need to work smart and not hard. Just the days of working hard are for like Cole's and I's parents, right? I'm in my 40s, 43. I don't care if y'all know, whatever. Our parents worked hard. We have to work smart. And I'm going to get to that. But we have to leave overworking here in 2020. We cannot overwork. And now a lot of us are virtual. When the day is over, we need to turn Zoom off, turn off email notifications. All these things need to end. We need to understand what we have to leave here in 2020 and what we need to take and continue or start in 2021. So number 2, overspending and not budgeting. I hate budget. I can't stand it. I thank God for my wife. She is what's up, Ben? I see you, bro. She is accountant, and she has her own business, and she's been doing it for years. And let me tell you, another reason why I love my wife is because she loves spreadsheets and budgets, and she understands. And she when she goes on a phone call to talk to these reps and stuff, she knows what she's talking about. She can let them have it and get things done and make things work for us and all that. Man, but we need to work. We need to have a budget. We need to have a budget. We can't go outside the budget going into 21. We need to stop. We need to leave that over, maybe not over budgeting, but maybe just not being on a budget, right? Not having a budget. And one thing I appreciate about Dave Ramsey, there's some challenges that I don't love everything about him. But one thing I appreciate is that he says every dollar should have a name. You should be at a name. Every dollar that comes into your account, you should have every dollar that's going to split up for the mortgage, the rent, whatever, food, but every single dollar, savings, all of it should have tithe given back to the church, whatever it is, nonprofit, some company or ministry or outreach that you want to bless. Every dollar should have a name. Every single one. We cannot afford to go into 2021 without a budget. I mean, some of us already have been here because we know that those dollars are stretched thin now because we don't know what's going to happen with our job. But thank God for the jobs that we do have right now. 2021 is a new year, but this pandemic is still around. The vaccine is slowly trickling out, and we can't wait. See, that's the thing. We can't wait for things to get better out there. We can only work and improve on things that we can have right in our hands, right here. The budget, those dollars that you do have coming in by God's grace, those dollars, you need to give it a name. Okay. And number 3, I'm not going to keep everybody long, but I just wanted to hop on and do this. Number 3 is overcommitting. Overcommitting. Okay. And see, some of us have been so overcommitted. We really internally, if we were honest, we were thanking God for the pandemic that it shut everything down. Okay. We were thanking God because we were overworking ourselves. We were working and then we were overcommitting to things that they don't serve us. Those individuals, there are things that do not serve us going, and we already know. We know I'm talking about us introverts, those of us who struggle with saying no. We know who and what has not served us. And we feel like because we are available, that means we should say yes to any kind of request coming our way. And that's another challenge moving forward, is that if you don't have a schedule, if you don't have a planner, like I left my little voter, I was so proud to vote this year. Even though I didn't love it, I still feel like I can vote. That means I can speak to and address and speak on issues politically because I chose to make my voice heard. Those of us that don't vote, I can't really hear what you're talking. Yeah, the candidates, blah blah blah. Vote, okay. But if you don't have a plan, this is my full focus planner. Shout out to Michael Hyatt. I've used this for years and I love it. If you need a planner, check out Michael Hyatt. This thing is the GOAT. I promise you. You need a planner. That way you can say no with a smile. That's one of my hashtags. Say no with a smile, because you've taken time to organize your life and your character. Your first quarter should already, at least you should get the ball rolling with that first quarter. You should know what's going on in the first quarter of 2021. So that when you say no, you can say it with integrity, because you've planned out your time and your available time. Obviously, work is work, but those available hours after work, you've organized it and you said, I can't help you tonight, but on this day, on this time, then I can help you. Then I'm responsible. And if that person wants to wait till last minute and not be proactive, and if they want to wait till last minute, that's on them, because what your time is available. And we cannot afford to overcommit going into 2020. We can't do it. Okay. It's dangerous. And we really, literally don't have the resources, the mental, emotional, spiritual, physical resources, because a lot of us are still struggling with processing this pandemic. We're seeing our family members, our parents, people that we really care about struggling, that have caught the virus, maybe passed away from the virus. This thing has been emotionally taxing. If nothing else, we have to give ourselves time to process and or sit down with a counselor or therapist. I got to set mine up. This is like routine maintenance for our souls, right? We need maintenance, just like our car. You keep going without that car getting service. You let me know how that works out for you. Okay, we get it with cars, but we don't get it with us. I think we should prioritize, and just like we should prioritize our physical health, we need to prioritize our mental and emotional health. This pandemic has exposed the need for mental counseling, mental health counseling, therapy, etc. Okay, so those are the three things I want us to leave here in 2020. Leave them right here. Leave them. Don't take them with you. Some of us have been living the same life in the same year over and over because we continue to drag with us all these things that have not been serving us, that have been a overcommitting, not over budgeting, but under budgeting, Starbucking it. Starbucks, you live at Starbucks, they know you by first name, you drive up there every day. No, make your own coffee. Like my wife ate today, she purchased one of these coffee makers or whatever. Again, see the mindset. Invest in something that you can do from home. That way, immediately the money we spent at Starbucks that we now save because we have our own coffee maker that we do at home, we already paid for that thing. It was expensive now, but we made an investment. See, this is what I'm talking about with the budget. When you invest, it's not really blowing the budget, but you're investing in something that you like. It's okay to like coffee. I'm not mad at y'all. Drink your coffee. But learn how to make it yourself. Then y'all already know what I'm talking about. Give every dollar coming into your account a name in 2021 moving forward. We can't afford it. We literally cannot afford to just be blowing money, spending sprees. Some of us know it's bitten us in the behind because we've overspent and it hasn't been done anything good for us. Moving forward, things to start and to keep doing in 2021, the new year. And I think there's always stories about setting New Year's resolutions. They don't work. I agree. When we only set New Year's resolutions by themselves in a silo, those don't work. But I believe you can set those New Year's resolutions, but we need to be part of a group of like-minded people that are striving to accomplish the same and or similar goals that you have. So you have to make yourself and place yourself in a group. And these Facebook groups are phenomenal. And I'm gonna let everybody know. I want everybody to join my Facebook group. Again, the like-minded people that are introverted, struggle with saying no, appreciate spiritual principles, but struggle have lived a life of being too nice. You know who you are. You know who you are. You've been way too nice. Way every time the phone call, you end it with yes, I'll be there. Yes, I can do it. All this stuff. And as soon as you picked it up, you knew who it was on the call ID. You don't want to say you didn't want to go. You don't want to help them. Things to start and or keep doing in 2021. Moving forward, to start. I'm going to just start with the biggest one. That new business or idea you put on the back burner. I mean, and I read an article about the pandemic has birthed so many new businesses than ever before. In a pandemic, even the government knew it needs to give dollars. See, when you start stretching yourself, the resources will make themselves available. When you start putting an idea out there, a business, you should have been written that book. You should have been written that book. You have the manuscript sitting there. You should have been sent it to the editor or something. Get it going. Start that new business. Get it going. Get it started. 2021. If you have not already started it, it's the year to start it. The government is blessing people to start the business because one of the things I appreciate about there's some challenges with capitalism. I get it. But one of the things that I appreciate is the idea of small business. That anybody with an idea, with a passion, that with the resources we have with YouTube and with social media, these things are instantly accessible. But we just have to be willing to step out, make mistakes, and still learn and grow. Okay? So we have to be willing to do this. We have to be willing. So we got to start it. Don't put it off until 2022. No, 2021. Start. Get started. Ask questions. Send some emails. Hop on Google. Do some research. YouTube. Get started. Number 2, things that we need to get to start and or keep doing in 2021. So if you already have a business that you started, it's time to go to a next level. Maybe get coaching. Yep. Oprah, 7 coaches. LeBron James, at least 4. And I'm thinking probably 4 plus 7. If Oprah got 7, LeBron, we know the Maverick Carter, his boys, those are 4 of them. Then if Oprah got 7, he got an additional, he got at least 11. How come we don't have a coach? Oh, I can't afford it. Find one you can afford and get to going. Pay them. And that money you putting out there is investing in you, investing in your business, investing in that music CD you you need to drop. That new nonprofit you've been passionate about. You want to acknowledge someone who has passed, and you want to acknowledge them by starting that nonprofit to be able to bless and help them when maybe they had some struggles. You want to make that nonprofit be there so it can turn around and be a blessing to someone else. Okay. Start. Be okay with messing up. Just learn and make the adjustments. And one this guy named Josh from ETA, y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all know, he says, make a decision, then make it right. Make a decision to get started. Get your LLC. Just do it. Just put it out there. Make it work, and then make it right. Then as you go, the momentum, and then the doors will open. Then the new conversation will start. And then all of a sudden, the new people that you weren't introduced to before will give you that one little nugget, one little gem of truth and understanding to make the necessary adjustment so that you can scale it. And you can go from just going here and kind of inching up, but going from here to here, exponential growth because you've gotten started. 2021 is the year of momentum. But if you don't start, there's no way to keep it going, right? Number 2, prioritizing self-care. And I mentioned this earlier before. I believe each one of us, those of you all that are listening or will listen, you are the solution to a problem in today's world. You're the solution. But if you don't, and see, a lot of us think that when we say stuff like, I'm putting myself first, that's being selfish. It's not. It is if you say, I'm putting myself first so that I can only serve myself. I believe as we put ourselves first, we can do exponentially more for others. Exponentially more for my Christian brothers and sisters that hear this, we can do exponentially more than we can do in and of ourselves if we do not prioritize our self-care. Again, sit down with a therapist and or counselor. You're struggling. Your emotions are haywire. And see, the problem is when we don't take care of yourself, that's being selfish. When you don't take care of yourself, you expect everyone else to take care of you after. Especially when you have poor health habits, you haven't been eating right, you haven't again invested in yourself, put the home gym in the basement. You don't need to. My wife and I, we chose not to put ourselves at unnecessary risk. And but take care of yourself. You're going to go out to the gyms. I don't love the idea, but some of us can afford to invest in ourselves and put some equipment in your basement, somewhere in the house. Invest so that if this thing spikes up again, you're good. You have what you need in hand at home. And this is a little commercial. Those of us that work from home a lot, get you a new office chair. Like, I'm not sitting in a great office chair. This is just a chair, but get you a new office chair. Get you a nice big 32-inch monitor, maybe two of them. Get you an iPad tablet with your laptop. Everybody now needs two devices. I don't care who you are. You need two devices. Coming from my IT background, you need two devices. Go ahead and invest in yourself. If you know you can afford it, but you don't get an Xbox. Oh no, I'm sorry, the PlayStation 5. Don't buy that. Get you a chair. Get you a new iPad. Again, we're investing in ourselves so that when we are home, get you a nice big monitor. Stop straining your eyes. Self-care. Invest in you. You are the biggest resource and commodity that this world has ever seen. Oh, I need y'all to understand that. Please understand that. Be kind to yourself. My whole new thing, kindness defined, is that we have to learn to say no with a smile and to be kind and not nice. Being nice and saying, oh, I don't need that. Invest in yourself so you can do more and better and more efficiently and more effectively for others. Only until you put yourself first can you realize your true promise, not potential, but promise. Last one, and I'm going to shut it down. And again, to be kind to others. This pandemic is hard enough. And I get it. Yeah, they rude. You're on the phone, people driving. Yeah, people in the stores, people take it too much. And I get it. Now, I'm not talking about, see, there's a misunderstanding of what true kindness is and what being nice is. That's why I wrote the book. I had to sit and write a book about it because there's a lot of confusion about what the difference is between being nice and being kind. People think it's the same. It's not. And for my Bible-believing Christians out there, the word nice is not found in the Bible. Kind is. Kindness is. So I don't know what else I need to say. If you say you want to be a Christian, you should be insulted if somebody calls you nice. I want people to call me kind because I can't find that in God's word. It's not. It's just not there. Okay. As we close, and this is my power promise. My power promise. Philippians 3:13. Those of us who appreciate spiritual principles, this is a spiritual principle. Brethren, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, those things we need to let go of in 2020. Now I'm talking about, and these are the extra things that I wanted to make sure we mention. Unhelpful thinking, negative feelings, broken paradigms, things that are not serving us, things that are not helping us accomplish and be who God wants us to be, and to grow and to stretch us and to mature us. We need to let them go. Those people, those social media groups, those relationships, those need to stay here in 2020. We can't take those with us in 2021. We can't afford it. And I don't know what else this pandemic needs to do to us to make us realize that there's certain things we need to let go of. Yeah. And one thing, let me read this. And though as far as the business is concerned, I'm done here. But I need y'all to understand. This sister said this. I don't know who. I don't even remember where I got this quote from. Oh, I remember from my grounds crew group. Shout out to my grounds crew. She said, "Dangerous woman at dangerous WCO. Follow her. She says, whatever you think you can't do, Just know there's someone who is confidently doing it wrong right now. They're doing it wrong. Confidently doing it wrong right now. They have no plans of doing it better either. They have no plans at doing it better either, and people are paying them to do it. Please believe in your own excellence as much as they believe in their mediocrity. People are doing it wrong. Something that you're passionate about, something that you're gifted at, that what Steve Harvey says, what you do to get maximum results with minimal effort, that's your gift. And there's a group of people waiting for you to operate in your gift. They're waiting for you right now. 2021. They are like, where is this gift? Where is it? Where is this person? Where is what I need from that person? Where is it? When are they going to make it a reality? When are they going to step up to the plate so I can take advantage and be blessed by their ministry and or their gifts? Where is it? 2021, people are waiting for us to step out into our greatness. We are not here by accident. We made it through a pandemic, 1 year through a pandemic. Some people didn't make it. God bless them and be with their families. But we're here. We're alive for a reason right now. The fact that we're alive proves that we are more than capable of handling this and what's to come in 2021. There's things we need to let go of and leave here. You know what they are. And I'm going to encourage everybody, if you haven't already, join my Facebook group. Okay. And I'm going to post this. If you're on Instagram, go to my bio. The link is there. My link tree is there. Join my Facebook group. And I'm going to post this here on YouTube. And I'm just going to encourage everybody. Join a group of like-minded people. You know who you are. Some of us have been too nice, and you've been saying yes, and it's time to leave that, but leave those saying nice to people that are not serving you, that you know that are taking advantage. Excuse me, but you're being too nice. You know it. It's time to leave them. And now we see again, we could do it with a smile. We could do it with a smile without having to fuss and cuss and be all harsh and critical. See, that's because we then when we get to that point, then it becomes obligation or rebellion. When you've been saying yes, yes, yes to everything else instead of saying yes to yourself first, then you can do more for others. But we need a space to do this, a safe space. That's why I created my Facebook group, Kindness Speaks. That now this is not for everybody. You know who you are. If you know you're being too nice, you want to be kind and not nice. You struggle with getting the note out of your throat, out of your voice, to get it out of your mouth, to say it to those key individuals. You struggle with it. Now is the time. Join our Facebook group. If you haven't already, go to kindnessdefined.com, sign up for the newsletter. I was hoping to get 100 subscribers. I think I'm like at 79, maybe 80. Sign up for the kindness. You know who you are. You want to make the shift. You want to make the permanent shift. You've been too nice your whole life. You've been dragging this kind of mindset or paradigm with you your whole life. Now it's time to make the shift. And I'm telling you, once you experience kindness, you won't ever want to go back. And it's, again, we have to unlearn those things that are not helping us, that have not served us, to help us to become the best version of ourselves in 2021. So God bless you. New Year's blessings to you and your families. Please continue to stay safe. It's time to go to the next level. Okay. And man, this has been fun. I'm just doing new things. I'm trying. I'm just stepping out there. Whatever happens, it happens. I'm just stepping out because I believe as you go, you can learn. But if you're not willing to make mistakes, if you're not willing to learn, then you're going to stay stuck and you're going to end up. See, we think 2020 was bad. What is it like living the same year? Could you imagine living 2020 over again? But it starts up here and it starts in here. Everything around us can be going crazy. But if we change and grow, we are more than capable of addressing the challenges that are coming in 2021. Because what of the lessons we've learned and the things we've let go of and left here in 2021. And now it's time to take some new things, to start some new businesses, to start some new ideas, to go back to school, whatever it is, get started. Be kind to yourself. Stop being so nice to everybody else and not being kind to you. When you put yourself first so you can do exponentially more for others, that's when everybody else wins. It's time for us to win, y'all. And again, New Year's blessings. Happy New Year to everybody. God bless you. And I'm excited to continuing to interact and get to know more of you as we move forward into 2020. Remember, nice people do finish last, but kind ones rise to the top. Let's go. All right.